Hello and welcome back. My name's Frank and this is my 1983 VW T3 Vanagon. Thank you for those of you that told me that's how to pronounce that. So if you watched my previous video, you would have seen that I've done a lot of the interior work, as in I've been doing woodwork really for the past couple of weeks, and I've got sort of a semi-foundation of what I want to be. It may evolve, it may change, but for now I'm quite happy with that as it is. Now for today's video, I'll be going through the bed. I've got a couple of ideas for a couple of designs. Again, I'm not expecting my initial design to be successful because it's quite elaborate and it's quite ambitious. So I'm expecting that to be scaled back and changed and adapted, but that's part of the process as we go. So we'll get in there and we'll have a look. Disclaimer, you may see my facial hair and clothes change quite dramatically over the next few minutes. This is filmed in sections and I haven't got the time to film it all in one go, or the money for that matter for the materials. So please bear with it. I know continuity is going to be a little bit, just sit down in the back, alright? So if you haven't already by now, go and pause the video, grab a cup of tea, bang some sugar in it if you're feeling brave, and grab a custard cream while you're at it, and I'll see you in there and I'll talk about my initial idea on what I'm going to do. It's going to be, yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. It's going to be trial and error, so I'll see you in there. I don't know. What we've got in the corner. It's going to work. It's going to be good. My feet will be off the end a little bit, but Harry will be okay. Or I can sleep like that. Oh, yeah. So I need to think about how this is going to fold into a bed. So, what I need to do is make a bed out of it. No, I don't. How this is going to fold into a chair. So what I need to do is fold this into a chair that's passable, usable, and then I don't have to worry about it then. And then I can work it, yeah. Alright, well let's give it a go then. There. This is going to be absolutely horrendous. Okay, the chair part is too long. So, because my legs are like, woo! This hinge needs to come this way. There? Yeah? Oh, what am I doing? So I was thinking about a number of different options that I could have to make my own bed. And I was thinking of a number of different sophisticated locking mechanisms and sliding, ball bearing doodahs, and eventually I just came to the conclusion that simplicity is key here, because I'm new to this, I don't know what I'm doing, so I think if I can make it as simple as possible so that it functions well, then I can then improve on that, I suppose. If I try the simple version and it's crap, then I haven't lost that much money on it, so it doesn't matter. So my idea was to get runners on both sides all the way to the back and all the way to here, and then I'll make a full-size bed out of cardboard, and then when I cut this out of wood, have it run on the runners. So when it's folded out into the bed, it's flat, it doesn't matter. But when I fold it up into the chair, I'll have a couple of deadbolts on the back and on the side so that I can lock it in position so it won't move. I think that might work. That's what I'm going to start with anyway. So, I've got a full-size 6-foot piece of cardboard here. I've marked where I want my hinges. One there, one back there. I was going to do a 4-piece, but I've decided to go 3-piece. So I'm going to do them 3 individual pieces with hinges, and we're going to go with that. Anyway, I'm going to cut this piece first. and see how I get on. 20 inches by 55, I think it was. There's something else I wanted to show you actually quickly. I found in the van underneath the driver's seat. These. So I know this van's from Spain because it got imported in 1994 to the UK. But I found a map of Spain and Portugal underneath the seat. And I found this as well. I've never seen one of these before. I had to ask the missus what one was. It's an emergency bag for putting fuel in. And then you just pour it in the... You just roll it up and it's in there. It's just a roll up the 8-litre fuel can. How mad's that? So I didn't really want to throw these away. I wanted to keep hold of these. And I think they're going to go and stay underneath the driver's seat because they came with the van. It's part of the van's past history, if you like. I like it. So I'm going to keep hold of those. I don't even speak Spanish, but they're staying with the van, okay? Okay, so I've quickly realised my first problem. So this is in, that's great. This flexes here, so I'll need a batten across the back of here between these two to hold this in the seating position. I've cut out the next piece, however, it doesn't fit because of this curve and because of this curve, which I envisaged. And I've stenciled the curve out for when the back is up in the seating position. So I'll cut that out. I might, rather than leaving that little recess, I'll just cut that all the way out across. But my problem is when I come to use this, when I come to fold this down for the bed, I'm going to be missing all of that support on that batten, that side. So I'll need another supporting batten here and probably another one running away up the back as well to come out. Or unless I just replace this with a thicker one. Not sure. But if I do that, I wouldn't be able to get the curve. That's the only problem. So I'll probably have to run a second one down here for this to sit on. Food for thought. Okay, so my initial plan, you can see I've already got to a certain point here. This is going to change. But my initial plan was to have a 4-piece with hinges so that it would fold up into the middle and I could have a seat here when it's not in bed mode, fold flat and fold up. So I have a seat and a back and then a back and then a seat. So at this point, this would be the seat, the first seat. I'm saying seat too many times, I understand. The back and then another back and then another seat. So that when you park up, you can open the boot, you can sit on top of the engine bay, so to speak, with your feet out the back. Lovely. Nice little sun lounger, right? I don't think I'm going to be able to achieve that. Now, the reason for why is because I'm not going to have anywhere to fix it. I can't fix this part because it needs to slide and move. I'm not going to be able to fix either of the backs because they also need to slide and move, and also the opposing seat. So yeah, that's gone out the window. I'm not going to be able to do that unless I design and create some elaborate sliding locking mechanism which I can fit to either side, which I don't really have the space to do. So that's going on the back burner for now. I could have one underneath, but yeah, whatever. So this then changed into a 3-piece, right? So it's going to be a seat, a really long back, and then a really long trailing part behind the back to fold out flat. That also had to change because the back of the seat was coming up to about here, so I couldn't look through the window. I couldn't look out the back window, so that's also got to change. So after much deliberation and a lot of faffing, I've decided to go with quite a conventional design, really. I did have a look. I went to Smallwood Vintage Rally with Ari and the dog and Lorcan. Took the Jensen actually, and had a look at the camper van section to see if I could get any ideas. And a popular one is a seat with a back which folds flat, and then just a separate piece of wood with a mattress attached to it at the back that I can take in, put in, take out, doesn't matter. So that's what we're going with. Now, my initial plan was to have this, which will slide out, and this is the first section of the bed, right? Beautiful. But I'm going to need something to support it on this corner when it's folded out, because that's going to flex when we get onto it and ultimately break it when we try to get into bed. Okay. This will then fold out into the seat, and again, there's no real structure this side, so you can see as I sit on it, this starts to rise and flex. And what I'm going to do, because I don't have a metal subframe, and if I wanted one I'm going to have to design one from scratch, is I'm going to create a subframe out of wood, out of the wood that I've got, and mount it so that it's raised off the bed of the van, and so it's got something to slide on, something to guide it as well, because then I can use, if I have a runner there and a runner there, I can have a couple of pieces of wood on the underside of the bed to sandwich that, and that can slide along it and act as a guide. Happy with that? Me too. So that it's not getting wedged and jammed as I'm blah blah blah. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take this back out, and I'm going to create a wooden frame for this to go on and run on, which is my plan. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I was sort of semi-regretting using softwood, because you can see all the muck and dirt and oil and scratches that it's taking up now. A little bit annoyed with that, but what can you do? I can sand it off and then primer it. I don't know. I'll let Harry do the decorating. It'll end up all being black if I did it. Electronics are working very well. I've hooked the fridge up as well now. Fridge is all hooked up. I'll show you that. Yep. Whoop. Fridge is all in now. Rathergood.com. And I've got some other ports there that I'm going to sort out the lighting for. I'm going to have some separate lighting in the ceiling. When I get round to doing the ceiling, which is going to be completely last. Yeah, I want some cool lights. So they'll come in handy later. Right, enough chatting. Let's get on with it. So that's going to go again here. Right, let's go and get them. Ooh. This is the circuit breaker for the 240, like the 240 hookup system, which I don't need and I'm never going to use, so I'm removing it. Because I don't need it or want it. Hold it down. Yeah. No. Had to make a couple of brackets because I need to secure this frame to the body. So there's the frame. This part will support the seat when it's in the seat mode, and then this is going to be like the central support for when the bed is completely flat. I'm not sure whether or not to add a support on this side here, so that when it folds out, of course I can't do anything here. I might have a fold out drop down leg or something, maybe, not sure yet, haven't decided. And now I need to make the frame for the back piece, which is easy because it's just a big rectangle. And then I can start getting the ply board in and cut it all to shape, and then hinges, and then that's it then. So we want 52 and a quarter, well no, 52 and an eighth. Well no, I don't want it to be tight, so let's go 52 inches. If I need to sand a little bit more off, I'll sand a little bit more off. 52, and then up here, 53 inches. Yeah, let's cut those first. I had a piece up there in the rafters because it was so thin. the heat has just warped it completely. So I'm going to have to go and get another couple of these, which is a bugger, but never mind. The frame for it's a little bit tight, so it's that corner needs to go out a little bit. Yep, cool. Hi Winnie. Yeah, I'll get that. You stay there. Is it heavy? I'll get it. No, you're alright. That's alright, no dramas. Yeah, if you get stuck and you can't get anyone to do it, I'll come round, I'll do it.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. Mind you go. So yeah, this frame, it's not necessarily holding the shape that I want it to hold, but it's in the right space. And if I cut a piece of plyboard the right shape of it, and then drill the frame to the plyboard, it should hold its shape. And then that's it then, in, out, shake it all about. Hey! Oh, anus, I've put it on upside down. Oh. Nice. And get a handle on here, I think. Okay. Now the seat and the back. So I've made a bit of a boo-boo. The frame, correct. The top piece of plyboard was supposed to overshoot and take up this gap, and I got carried away and I forgot. And unfortunately the pieces of plywood I have, I can't get the width and the length. Time's it now? 5 o'clock. It's Sunday and everywhere's shut now, so I can't get any more of this. Ideally, I would want that original idea. I suppose as a good second choice, I can cut a strip that size and fix hinges to the back of the seat and have it flip under like that, so it's attached to this rather than this being a full piece flush. Yeah, I'm going to do that for now, I think. Hello, boy. Okay. No, you play with that in the garden. Hey, we got a seat. Handy, the wedge. It helps stop things binding, because the two pieces will start to close in on each other and it catches your saw. Stick a wedge in there. Stop stops it from happening. That's a stop, so it can't go back any further than that. And now I just need a fascia for here, along there. So there's the chair, and it folds out into the bed, and you can see the, you can see how I've managed to make that work. This is a separate piece which I'll upholster, and then this, all this does is just fold out. For now, I will change that because I wanted that extra piece to be sort of jutting out of here, but I cut the MDF too short, made an arse of it, and I haven't got enough to do it again. So yes, deadbolts either side. That side's fine. This side I need to make a little recess in this batten here so this can lie flat. And apart from that, we're there. So far as the bed's concerned, this will change. I'm not 100% behind this design at the minute, but for now it works. Hello. This will change, but for now I'm happy with it. So I suppose the next thing I need to do is upholstery, or just cut this mattress down to size. Here's the mattress. Maybe a little bit over. Boom. Measure. Phone is 6 foot bob on. What's the width? Might be too narrow. Shit. Hello. Yeah, it didn't. Yeah.
Issue.
Yeah, we fucked up. Okay. Oh. So, jobs list for now, because bed's a little bit too short. Bugger. I think I've made an actual full-size double in the back of here, which is pretty cool because it's 4'6" this end, but of course it tapers off down there. So, yeah. So I'm going to buy some foam and cut it down to some thinner stuff because this is really, really thick. This is about 5.5 inches thick. So I'll get some 3-inch thick stuff and then I can cut it down to size. So I've just screwed the poppers back on and I've just test fit the curtains, which are pretty good. I mean, they're beige, okay, yeah. The 80s is calling, but they fit and they're free and they came with the van, so there you go. I don't know whether or not to change the curtains. It's a bit down the road for now, but for now I think they do pretty well. There's one that goes all the way across like that, and then there's one this side, and then of course the back window as well. So that's pretty good. Decided to put a little bit of liquor paint on the lid, excuse the fisheye, because I got myself a battery that fits. So I've sanded and painted all this, and I'm going to rivet back on the original lid, and this should fit now, with any luck. The old Halfords Dewberry just didn't. So we're about to get things started packing for Anglesey. So tonight I'm going to make this square part of the worktop, and I'm also going to cut one of these out now. Luckily, still got the old one, which looks absolutely horrendous, but I can use it as a template for the new one. That's to... Okay. I've just cut a piece of the old like faux rubber strip off. I'm going to use it as an isolator because it's going above the battery terminals. And I've just realised, oh no, I have put it on the right side. It's probably a little bit too far forward, but should be okay. And then I've got some rivets for this as well, which I got off Temu. It's pretty quick, it's pretty cheap, it's about £4 or something like that. Oh, and they're too big. Shit. Bloody batteries in there. Right, I haven't drilled into it, so we're alright. Only bought that battery yesterday. So we leave for Anglesey today. We're away for 3 nights, 4 days, I think. We're off, what day is it? It's Thursday, and we come back Sunday. I'm going to use it as a bit of a test. I mean, we need a bloody holiday anyway. Well, I'm going to use it as a test for this, to see if there's anything that annoys me, anything that gets in the way, or pokes anyone's eye out, and stuff like that. And then on the Monday, which I've also got off work, I'll then rectify those little faults that we find this weekend. And then get this somewhere near. Ooh. Lovely. Down. Beautiful. Uno battery boxo. Much better. Oh. Okay, so we're back from Anglesey. It was pretty good. It was great. Long weekend away, lovely. And we dug into the van and we used it as a bit of a, what's getting in the way? What can we change? Is there anything I'm banging my shin on? Do you know what I mean? What could we do with? What could we do without? And I'm happy to say it was pretty good. So the bed, the width of the bed is great. Obviously, yeah, the width of the mattress, not so great. I've got a big roll of foam which will fill this up and cut this out. I'm going to try and do that today. The worktop, which was like a temporary thing just for us to put something on, we're quite happy with. I think I'm going to do away with my idea to have that corner. I was going to have like a corner there, like a triangular off into the back part. I'm going to chin that off, I think, because this worked quite well. Swivel seat, this has got a swivel. I've got to get a swivel seat, which you might have noticed I've already acquired. Yeah, this needs to turn around, because when the bed's out in full swing and everyone's in, it would be good to have that space to put stuff on, and just the space, really. And what else? Floor, need to get wood flooring in. We had a little mat, pleased with that. We're going to get a little bigger one, I think, to put in, because then it's easy to take out and clean. And then the rest is just, yeah, I mean, it's pretty much, it's there. All I need to do then is decorate it. Oh, that little space behind the driver's seat in there, great for, you know, chairs, umbrellas, like a tent, you know, hang a couple of coats in there, good stuff. So all that's left now, stuff I need to do today. I'm going to attack the seat first, swivel seat, and then I'm going to hit the town. I'm going to go and get some more plyboard to sort out my cock-up at the back, and I'm going to get some spray adhesive and some material as well to do the seats with, and then I'm going to come back and do the seats. And I think that's my task for today. There you go. So there's the swivel seating. Now the only thing that I can see, the only problem with this, is I can't get into the battery box. So to get into the battery box I'll have to take the whole frame off, which, I mean, it's 6 bolts, so 10 minutes. I'm pretty pleased with that, because then look, it opens up the whole space. Yeah, good. Okay, so rather than go out and spend money on a full sheet of plyboard again just to cut this piece out, I've decided to just bracket board it, just bracket plate it, and I feel like that's going to be fine, because all this is going to do, this isn't folding, there isn't going to be, like, this isn't expected to flex or bend, this is sat inside a frame, and it's going to have a handle on it so I can pull it out and put it back in. So it's just, yeah, that's how I'm going to do it, because it's the cheapest solution for me right now, and just cheapest solution in general. I've made the mistake, this is how I'm going to fix it, alright? So crucify me in the comments, I don't care. So now the rain's let up, I'm feeling like I might be able to nip into town, grab some splay glue, and then yeah, find some material. So I'm going to go to a local cheapo home store, B&M Bargains, and I'm going to try and have a look, see what throws they've got. Something cheap that I can cut up and then staple at the back and then glue everything down, you know. Oh, that's the drill. Oh. Nice. What a lighter one. So let's give it a minute. I feel like it needs to expand. Okay guys, out. Come on, out. No. You can obviously hear that the rain's back, so I'm back inside. That's all. I haven't really got much time, and I want to press on with this. I want to get this done, so rather than me waiting for the weather to get better, I'm just going to... Forgive the weather as usual. As you can see, it is actually summertime because the sun's out and it's raining, so, but there you go, that's the back one done. I could have pulled it a little bit tighter. There's a couple of bits where it's not quite, you know what I mean, where it might ruck up a little bit, but I'm not bothered. I picked this back piece to start and learn on, because the other two need to be good because they're on show, the seats. This is in the back of the engine bay, you don't really see it, but to lie on, it's okay. I think I probably should have got the 4-inch rather than the 3-inch, but the thing is, these covers were what, £14 each from B&M, so if I wanted to, I could just rip this off, change the mattress for a thicker one and just get some more of this. It's only cheap, and all I used was a staple gun and some spray glue. That was £6 a tin. I've got loads of that. That was a tenner, or was it 12 quid or something, and the staples were like £2. And then these covers were were they £14 each, these covers. There you go. you don't have to spend stupid money. So yeah, if it isn't good enough, I can just change it out and it's not going to cost me much. So there you go. Right, I'm going to crack on with the rest of the seat now with the other parts. Oh, and also I had a fabric strap, because this is in the back, isn't it? So for me to remove this from the back, I need to have, that is on the right side, yeah, to lift it out from one side. Now, using like webbing straps, they're fine, but when you cut them, make sure that you singe the edge with a lighter so that they don't fray. And then you want to, rather than screwing straight through the webbing, you want to have a metal plate or a bracket, something to sandwich against the webbing between the metal and the wood, and then that should hold. Then it'll take a lot to pull them out. So there we go. Good. I'll get this in the van and then I'll go and take the seat apart. Very good. Come on, baby. Sorry, camera. Good job. Right, okay. That's the bed in. Will it fold into a chair? Come on. So I'll have to move the hinges on the back. Not the hinges. So the deadbolts are in the wrong place now, because obviously I've had to move the hinges and the gap here is different. So yeah, I think geometry and sums and things, and it's not fitting now. So what I'll do is, this deadbolt is about 1 centimetre or 10 mil, half an inch, third of an inch too low. So rather than move the hole or move the hinges, move the back, I'll just move the deadbolt up to meet it. And this one's probably about 5 mil out. So I'll do that. Saves this in and out, because oh yeah, it's hot. But I'm gonna say, right, as soon as I've done that, that the bed is done. Right, I'm saying it, okay? It's done. Alright. As we were going along on the test, you know, Anglesey, we were finding that we were using this door more than we were using any other door. And the problem we had was that, alright, yeah, it's quite easy to shut it for me, but for Ari, she was struggling quite a lot. And if you don't get it, then you have to go all the way back. When the bed is in the seat position, you've got loads of throw and you've got loads of room, you've got all this, the whole full width of the door to give it a throw. But when the bed's out, you've only got probably about 2/3 of that, and it can be a bit awkward. So my suggestion was, it's almost like we need a second handle here to pull this in, right, to pull the back of the door in. So because once you get past a certain point, it is just that action that you need the momentum for. Whereas if you introduce a handle, it takes away the need for that momentum, and I think it'll make the closing of the door easier. Right, there's the thing. So I thought, I can't put a proper handle on there because otherwise it'll scrape along the side of the van and it'll get in the way of this. So I bought, again, some webbing, some thicker stuff that I thought would be good to pull this in. So where do we want it? We want it around about here. I would say from the top, actually, because then we could pull it in and then we can anchor into the metal as well. I like it. I like it! Yeah, so we want it that way round. Okay, nice. Oh, King's birthday parade today, trooping the colour. I hope you were watching it, because I was. For him to be stood up there all day with bloody cancer, hats off to the man. And Kate as well. God bless her soul. Is that alright? Does that look okay? I think that'd be fine. the most important is it's not going to get caught. Well, it might get caught on that. Ooh, I don't want that to get caught on that. But does it work? It does work very well. But the problem is, okay. I need to sandwich this down so that this doesn't get caught. Should have just made it smaller. Should I just make it shorter? Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's see if that's any better. Much better. That's never going to catch because it's too short. So now I can just get 2 of these in. Happy days, mate. Happy days. Now, Ari, I'm talking to you now. Well, I'm not. She doesn't watch the videos, but if she did, Ari, you can now close the door and I will never hear about it again. Good. Happy with that. Okay. That leads me quite neatly on to, I think that's the end of the video, guys. I mean, the whole aim of the video is going to be the bed, which I feel we've achieved pretty well. Alongside this, we've done quite a lot more as well. The bed was something that had to develop over time, and it was something that I had to use as well to find out where it needed more support and how it was going to work, how I was going to do it. So using it in Anglesey helped because it gave me the chance to work out what was wrong with it and what needed to change. And I'm very pleased with it now. I am very pleased. This is how it's going to stay for the foreseeable future, I believe. Yeah, I'm happy with the straps as well. These little dealies are great. I'm so glad this was, yeah, I'm very pleased I thought of this because that's an easy solution to a problem that I didn't see at first. The fridge is in, the electronics are in, the floors, the walls, the cupboards, the walls, the bed's in, the electronics are in. So far, so good. Next is going to be my plan with the worktop. I'm going to make one myself out of plywood and then measure that and then send that off away, and I'm going to get a nice solid oak worktop, I think. And then next is it's gonna be the ceiling, right? This ceiling will be no more. I'm gonna plyboard the whole thing, get a nice fluffy carpet for it. It's gonna look absolutely banging. I'm gonna have some like LED light. Yeah, it's gonna be, you're gonna enjoy it. And I'm gonna stress doing it, but it'll be worth it in the end. So thank you very much for watching. I can't thank you enough. If you liked the video, please give it a like. If you're enjoying the build so far, go and have a look at my playlist from where I start all this. Okay, yeah, my editing skills are pretty terrible back in the day, but I am slowly getting better. Yeah, I am very surprised this is going so well. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Right, what now? I need a wash. I suppose tea as well. Could get a takeaway, I suppose. Yeah, we'll get a takeaway. Hello, mate. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes.